thank you so much for being here, and thanks to all of you for being really great participants in FotoFauna. This is a program we're really excited about. It's generating a lot of fun connections, both locally, just with our local wildlife, but it's also generating useful information about the presence and distribution of animals throughout our amazing region. I'm Eamon Harity. I'm a wildlife program director with Sky Island Alliance. I spend a lot of time looking at photos throughout our various camera trapping projects, but photofaunas are definitely some of my favorite photos. And I'll pass it on to Megan, who's helping us here today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Megan Bethel. I'm a wildlife specialist, and I work primarily a lot with our border wildlife study photos and other cameras. But I also help with FotoFauna, and I also have my own cameras out and contribute to FotoFauna. I think it's very addictive, and I enjoy it.
And Megan has probably seen more wildlife camera trapping photos than anyone in North America.
I don't know about that, but
she's processed over 4 million photos for us. She's a wizard. Yeah. Emily.
Hi, everybody. Great to see so many friendly faces. Thank you all for loving wildlife and being as obsessed with it as we are. It's really great to be with you this evening.
Amy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Amoroso, Development Director here at Sky Island Alliance. I recognize many names as supporters, and I want to thank you. And I want to thank you by supporting the Sky Island Alliance with your time, volunteering for FotoFauna. It's such a great program, and tonight's so fun. I can't wait.
Yeah. Awesome. Miguel.
Hola a todos, buenas tardes. Soy Miguel Enríquez y trabajo como especialista en vida silvestre en Sonora. Y pues la mayoría del tiempo me encargo de ver todas las encuestas y les agradezco porque todos suben muy increíbles fotos.
Yeah, thank you, Miguel. Miguel is our wildlife specialist based in Sonora, and he's going to be carrying this presentation in Spanish. We have some participants coming in from Sonora tonight, and he's also in charge of reviewing every single checklist that comes in from all of you folks on FotoFauna. So he's seen a lot of checklists, a lot of photos. He's excellent at his work, and he occasionally may have reached out to some of you to ask a follow-up question or verify a species identification. And he thanks everyone for their wonderful submissions and comments and explanations and context. We always like to know sort of the context around some of these photos. So he's here with us tonight, and we'll be providing the Spanish translations and sort of the Spanish side of this presentation. But welcome. Let's get started.
all right.
So to start, just wanted to sort of give a couple shout outs to all of you fantastic folks. We had over 930 surveys submitted in 2022 alone, which is incredible. We're up to over 2,000 FotoFauna checklists for the life of this program, which is since 2020 thereabouts, and that's great. 770 of those checklists come from Sonora, or from Arizona, excuse me, and 160 come from Sonora. What's cool about the numbers in Sonora is they've more than doubled since 2021. So we're really excited about the growth of our FotoFauna program in Sonora. A lot of that's thanks to Miguel. He's done a lot of great work with outreach in Sonora, and so we're excited to see that program grow. From just this sort of photo contest alone, we reviewed over 5,000 photos from you folks. Every checklist comes in with the species verification photos, but also folks submit really incredible supplemental photos, or the series of really great behavioral interaction. And so when we couple all those together, we were up over 5,000 photos for 2022 alone, which is really, really fun. And then also wanted to highlight, we have 4 wildlife camera lending libraries where we collaborate with the Copper Queen Library, the Patagonia Community Center Library, as well as two universities in Sonora, Universidad de La Sierra y Universidad de Sonora, to provide cameras that folks can check out and borrow for a month or a couple months to participate in FotoFauna as well. So those are the 2022 highlights. Y Miguel, si quieres hablar un poco del año también.
Claro que sí. Hemos tenido más de 2,000 encuestas desde que inició el proyecto de FotoFauna. En este año se han registrado 932 encuestas, tanto en Arizona y Sonora. Y de esas 932 encuestas se han registrado 5,293 fotos. Y en Sonora hemos tenido el doble de registros a comparación del año pasado. Este año hemos tenido 160 y pues estamos muy contentos por todas las personas que participan en este proyecto.
Thanks, Miguel. Gracias, Miguel. Okay. And Megan, you want to take this one?
Sure. One exciting thing in 2022 is that we've now had checklists that, or we've now have every single of the 4 cats documented on one of the checklists or another. Especially in Sonora, we've got documented the jaguar and Cuencos los Ojos, and then our own Miguel got an ocelot on one of his cameras, which is really exciting.
Yeah, we were all really excited to see the 4 cats on FotoFauna in the calendar year for the first time. So thanks all for your checklists, and the ocelot and jaguar have come in from Sonora. Miguel.
En este año estamos muy contentos porque se han registrado las 4 especies de felinos, el jaguar, el gato montés, el puma y el ocelote, que me tocó a mí tener un registro de él.
De ocelote, ¿no? En el rancho cerca de Moctezuma.
Sí, en Moctezuma y también por parte del Aribabi. Ellos fueron otros registros que tuvo.
So Miguel has a family connection to a ranch near Moctezuma, and that ocelot showed up on the camera there. And there's also ocelots near Aribabi, but highlighting the one from Miguel. So yeah, diving into the categories, we have, for folks who were around last year, we have some similar categories from last year, but we, as Sky Island staff, went through all 5,000 of those photos and kind of broke them down into categories and are presenting 3 finalists for each category. We're going to have a live voting that we'll review in just a second. So for each category, there'll be 3 photos, and then all of us here are going to vote to pick our favorite collectively. But before we get into those categories with 3 photos, we wanted to highlight 4 special awards where it's not going to be a voting. It's just sort of the most species in a single photo, the checklist that came in from the furthest north, the checklist that came in from the furthest south, and then one really fun one that was just the most unexpected animal or most unexpected observation. So these will be a little bit different as they're just sort of a presentation. There's the single winner already. And then once we dive into the categories with voting, I'll go over briefly how that's going to work, but it's going to be a really simple poll that shows up on your screen and you just pick which photo you like best.
A continuación veremos las distintas categorías. En cada categoría se muestran 3 fotos, las cuales fueron las finalistas. Estas están por A, B, C, y al final se subirá una encuesta y ahí podrán votar por su foto favorita.
All right, so our first special award is Best Biodiversity. And this photo is pretty incredible. I don't know if you guys can count how many species there are, but there are 4. Starting from the top left, there's a white-winged dove, a male Gambel's quail, and then stealing the show over here, we have a diamondback, western diamondback, striking this cottontail. And this
Yeah.
capture was from Narca.
And I don't think he had any intention of eating that cottontail. He just got annoyed with him. I don't think he injected any poison. I didn't see any sick rabbits. Normally the rabbits would just sit side by side and drink. But this was an irritated snake.
But, you
Yeah,
know, photo.
we thought this was a really particularly great photo because it not only did it have 4 species, but it had very different species from 2 different species of birds to a reptile and a mammal.
Yeah.
En la primer mención especial tenemos esta foto que a mí me gustó mucho y es la que presentó mayor biodiversidad, en la cual se muestra una paloma ala blanca, codorniz de Gambel, una cascabel mordiendo a un conejo del desierto. Y pues les doy las gracias a todos los participantes que dejan sus comentarios, y como acaba de mencionar Narca, posiblemente la cascabel se enojó y solamente la mordió, pero no introdujo veneno al conejo, y no se encontró el conejo muerto por ningún lado.
Super fun.
And our next special award is for the most northern submitted survey in 2022. And this goes to Rosalind Jackson. Is up south of Phoenix, I think.
Mhm.
Very cool.
La siguiente mención especial es para la foto más hacia el norte, que se muestra un coyote. Esta está cerca de Phoenix.
And then our most southern. This is south of Hermosillo. This is a beautiful crested caracara flying into this water. By Paola.
Nice. Yeah.
En esta otra mención especial es para la foto más hacia el sur. Esta se encuentra cerca de Hermosillo y en la imagen se ve a un caracara.
So with that range from nearly Phoenix to just south of Hermosillo, we've kind of covered, well, we have photos that span the entire range of the Sky Islands, which start roughly around Phoenix, and the southern terminus of the Sky Island archipelago is roughly around Hermosillo. So we thought that was pretty cool that we span the latitudinal range of the Sky Islands.
All right. And so this is the most unexpected sighting. This requires some context. So I'll elaborate. This is from Jessica. This is a black bear south of Orange Grove in the Tucson foothills. And in her comments, this was that same black bear that was caught in Tucson. She was causing quite a stir in Oro Valley, Marana, and West Tucson, because she was outside of her range. So the fact that Jessica got her on her camera is really fascinating and cool. So she deserves this.
En esta otra mención es hacia un registro inesperado, el cual se registró un oso cerca de Tucson, y pues aquí la cámara estaba en un jardín de una casa.
All right then. Where the fun begins.
Yeah. Yeah, so those were our fun 4 categories. We just wanted to highlight some of them as they didn't necessarily fit perfectly into any of the categories, but we felt they were worthy of sharing and of mention. The black bear is particularly fun. So starting here is the categories where we will be voting. Again, to vote, you need to be with us here in Zoom. Emily has posted the link in Facebook Live if you want to switch over to be able to vote. No pressure, but if you want to vote, we can't collect the votes from Facebook Live, but we're going to show 3 photos and they're going to be labeled A, B, and C. And then there will be one summary slide that includes all 3 side by side so you can easily remember. And then there should be a little poll that pops up on your screen that's just A, B, or C, and click on the one that you like best. And after most of the votes are in, or once all the votes are in, we'll announce the winner. So this is a shot from Huachuca Mountains looking south towards Mexico. This is right near Montezuma Pass. We have a beautiful white-tailed deer crossing the screen.
A continuación empezaremos con las categorías. Aquí se empezarán a mostrar 3 fotografías finalistas y en la cuarta aparecerán las 3 y se les abrirá una pantalla donde se mostrará una encuesta y ustedes tienen que votar por la mejor fotografía, la que más les guste. Y empezamos con la categoría de animales jóvenes.
Yeah, this is always, there were a lot of contenders for Young of the Year.
Oh, yes.
It's a cute category.
Anyone who gets a baby on camera, I think, is a winner. But
Yeah.
all right. Our first photo. I have Lena and her 2 little ones. And I don't know if you can see, but little guy right under the mom, I think that's still the umbilical cord attached.
Yeah.
They're pretty new.
Yeah, I've never seen that in all of the photos looking through FotoFauna, but those must just be no more than a couple days old at most. Those are really young javelina.
Sí, en la primera foto se muestra una mamá jabalí y sus 2 crías, la cual esta foto fue muy especial porque en las crías se logra ver el cordón umbilical.
Yeah. Wow.
There, second photo. There's a bobcat and her young kitten in the foreground.
En la segunda imagen se muestran 2 crías de gato montés.
And then third, a whole bunch of coyote puppies. There's 7.
Yeah, that is a lot. That must be a lot of work for that mama coyote. Man, I can't imagine.
En la tercera imagen se muestran 7 crías de coyotes y mamá coyote.
Sí. Increíble.
All right, time to vote. A, the javelina, B, bobcat, or C, the coyote.
Y a continuación pueden votar por su foto favorita.
How many folks had baby animals on their cameras? I'm guessing some of you, all of you. It's really fun to see.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've all voted.
I think there's still folks
Oh,
voting.
no. Oh, yeah, sorry.
This
A
is
hard choice.
This is a tight race. We have a couple of front runners, but no clear winner just yet.
See, a little pack of coyotes.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
are pretty cute.
I know it's
Los ganadores fueron los coyotes. Las crías.
What was so surprising to me was we had a series of these photos, and in the first you see just a couple pups, and then you see 5 pups, and I was like, okay, that has to be the whole litter. And then all of a sudden the next photo is all 7 pups in one, and I was blown away to see that many photos, but or that many young coyote in a single photo. But that's great. The first winner of today is this collection of young coyotes.
Okay.
How did voting go? Did anyone have questions or any issues with the voting? Feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourself and chime in.
All right, well, I'll go through these pictures as there's any issues. We can sort them out.
Yeah, chime in.
So next category, best action shot. All right, A. Another one of that snake from Narca.
La siguiente categoría es mejor plano de acción y la primera imagen se muestra aquí una cascabel queriendo atrapar a un pinzón mexicano.
What's that bird's doing? Yeah, talk about it. Next, oh, dog fights, but 2 mockingbirds. There.
En la segunda imagen se muestran a 2 sensontles peleando en el aire.
Oh, there's a third one in the background watching.
Yeah, watching. He didn't want to get involved.
See, super squirrel.
This has to be one of my favorite photos that we watched. Yeah. Seems to be
La
like
tercera
flying out. Yeah.
Sí, en la tercera foto se muestra una ardilla de roca y bueno, yo lo que pienso es como que va volando.
Mhm.
It's trying to be a flying squirrel, as opposed to a rock squirrel.
I might have also put a cape on it, but I
Yeah.
didn't share that one.
All right, the voting has begun. It's a neck and neck race. Woo. No clear winner yet. Oh my goodness. All right. Give it another second to vote.
Super squirrel.
I think it's the super squirrel. Yeah, the wannabe flying squirrel. The rock squirrel has come out as the winner. That's fantastic. Thanks, Melissa.
El ganador
context
fue
of this
la
photo?
ardilla de roca.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Well, I did do a rendition of it where it had a red cape attached to it. I didn't share that one.
Well, if it
That's
happens
sweet.
again, be sure to send it to us. Yeah.
I will send it to you.
Yeah, super fun.
All right, let's go. So often there's more than one species in a photo, and this time we wanted to highlight the best species and species interactions.
La siguiente categoría es mejor interacción especie-especie.
And one thing is we ask in the checklist for one species per thing, but often you can submit it at the end. So that's where a lot of these photos are from those additional photo categories. So thank you, people who add those in. Okay, start off. This is a really fun picture. This is a black-tailed jackrabbit on the left, and then a desert cottontail on the right. I think this is a really great photo, actually, because you can see the comparison between the two, like perfectly. It almost looks like a baby jackrabbit, but it's not.
En la primera imagen se muestra una liebre cola negra y a un conejo del desierto bebiendo agua.
The best thing is that jackrabbits are so much bigger than you think. This is a good comparison.
And look at those ears. I mean, they're just enormous. Really, really big ears is what they're known for.
Oh my gosh, this snake, Narca, you can have a conversation with it. Anger management. This is I wonder if that same diamondback with this beautiful spotted skunk.
It's a very happy snake here. Yes.
Yeah.
En la segunda foto se muestra a un zorrillo manchado y una cascabel mirándose fijamente.
Mhm.
Finally, cats versus dogs, a bobcat versus a coyote who's just walking by.
And to me, it just like I can read the body language as if they were pets. I don't know if I'm completely getting it right, but I could imagine, you're a grumpy house cat kind of standing off and stretching in front of the annoying, puppy dog that's running through. So for me, there's like a lot of anthropomorphizing here, but it feels like a pet interaction that I could relate to.
Y en la tercera imagen se muestra un gato montés erizado sintiendo la presencia del coyote, pero al coyote parece no importarle mucho por el momento.
Right, which one?
Ooh.
Right, 88% have participated, 92.
Couple people
It's
still
pretty
have
neck
to
and neck.
vote. It is. It's really neck and neck. One vote could break it.
Yay.
Oh,
Ooh, that was a
Oh.
close race.
yeah,
Yay. That
it is.
versus cotton. Nicely done. All right, let's keep going. See more cool pictures. This is my favorite category. It's curious. Placing cameras out in the landscape is a foreign thing for most of these species, and they like to sniff it and smell a human and check it out. So it leads to some interesting pictures.
Yeah, accidental
Yes,
selfies.
Sí, esta es la siguiente categoría que es curiosos, animales curiosos y salen como si se estuvieran tomando una selfie.
All right. Here, this is 2 layers. Can anyone guess what species this is? Look close up.
Sí, en la primera imagen se muestra una zorrita gris muy cerca de la cámara, muy curioso.
Yeah, it is a gray fox. Yeah, good job, Melissa.
Sometimes when they get too close, it's hard to tell, but yeah, it's a curved-billed thrasher.
Un
And it's a young
cuiclacoche.
one. It's a young one with that gape. that close gape.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't notice that. You're totally right.
By seeing the reflection of itself in the and who is that?
Miguel dice que es un jovencito por el que se llama gape en inglés. Esta marca clarita en su boca quiere decir que es un jovencito. Es un año o es el joven del año.
Mm.
This is a great one of a
Oh,
bobcat. Reminds you of those internet memes.
Un gato montés muy observativo.
Mhm.
All right. Which eyeball wins? Oops, we also call this category neighborhood watch.
Oh, wow. I thought that would be a lot closer. But
Go ahead and share the results then.
yeah, it's number C or letter C. The serene and observant bobcat that almost looks like the patterning on the U of A mascot, right? Like very lots of lines. Looks a lot like the U of A mascot.
I enjoy cat.
Miguel, bueno, para los en español, la letra C o el gato montés ha ganado.
Okay, Bateman, do you want to explain this category a little bit for Miguel?
Sure. For this one, we're looking at some of the Sonoran specific submissions, and specifically those that are as far south, not the furthest south, because we had a special category for that, but these are from our most southerly submissions from like the Hermosillo and Moctezuma area.
And then on the map are all of our submissions from 22 in Sonora
Mhm.
range.
Sí, en esta categoría se muestran las especies sureñas o más al sur.
First, desert tortoise. Let's see.
Y Miguel, ¿quieres explicar un poco de dónde estaba?
Sí, este registro fue por Alejandra García. Ella nos comentó que ella puso su cámara en un cerro, entonces se le hacía muy extraño tener un registro de una tortuga del desierto en una parte alta.
Yeah. Miguel said that when the submission came in, Alejandra added the comment that she had put the camera fairly high on the top of a hill. And so I was really surprised to see a desert tortoise at a little bit higher elevation than expected.
Next. Great blue heron.
Beautiful great blue heron taking off. They're such majestic and at the same time prehistoric looking animals.
Sí, una garza morena.
And turkey vulture, yeah, you don't get too many of these on camera, but this is a great shot.
En la tercera imagen se muestra un sopilote ahora.
All right, let the voting begin. We'll see. Ooh, split. %90.
More
Oh,
votes rolling in.
rolling in. Wow. Well, yeah, the great blue heron. That's awesome. It's a great photo.
Y el ganador es la imagen B de la garza morena.
Okie dokie, nightlife. So a lot of our animals here in the desert are nocturnal to avoid the heat and to avoid humans. So a lot of our pictures are at night.
La siguiente categoría es sobre vida nocturna.
Mhm. This is another fun standoff between a ringtail and a white-tailed deer at the Coronado National Memorial Visitor Center. They have a water feature behind the visitor center and frequently get some great shots. But this was a fun one, partly because of that behavior going on in the photo.
En la primera imagen está un venado cola blanca mirando a un cacomixtle. Y como que el cacomixtle está mirando a otra cosa.
This is a coyote drinking some water. And I really love the clouds in the background. The moon's out of view, but you can see it reflecting on.
Yeah, a beautiful shot.
Sí, en la segunda imagen está un coyote y se muestra una muy bonita vista.
This one just reminds me of like a movie or something. There's 3 white-tailed deer on the steps.
Yeah, the context is so great in this one. They
Might be
seem out of place, but also in place. It's great. And there's a young one and adults. It's a really fantastic photo.
Sí, en la tercera imagen se muestra a unos venados cola blanca paseando por las escaleras y muy cómodos ellos.
Mhm.
You never know who might be on your stairs in the middle of the night.
All the votes are rolling in. Oh, that's fun. Now over 90% vote so far. Oh, that's great. Looks like it's the Kakomixle or the ringtail has won this one. It's a really, really fun shot.
At least it's not a skunk. Sure, deer's by the way.
El ganador fue el cacomixtle y el venado cola blanca.
Oops.
This is a fun category. In this shot, anyone want to guess what bird is off in the distance there, flying low on the sort of middle right of the photo?
Golden eagle.
Ah, excellent, Marka. Yeah, it was a surprise and took us a minute to come to terms with the fact that it was a golden eagle because we didn't expect it. But this is a camera up high, and that's, I believe, our only golden eagle. This is part of our border wildlife study. So this is a camera that's part of a grid we maintain near the border. And I think we've had one golden eagle in FotoFauna, but this is our only golden eagle in the border wildlife study.
Wow.
It's a cool picture they included.
Y en esta categoría mostrarán aves rapaces asombrosas. En la imagen era un águila real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this shot is a really common classic Tucson local, right? It's our Cooper's hawk. Many of us have probably seen them flying around the neighborhood, but this is just such a great action shot. It's hovering down to come in and drink water, but it was captured right in the moment that it was coming in to land.
En la primera imagen se muestra un gavilán de Copper y se logró captar muy buena pose de él.
Second one is a red-tailed hawk, a lizard grass.
Yeah, just framed well, caught right in the moment as it's coming by.
Very intense.
En la segunda imagen se muestra una aguililla cola roja y en su pata se puede ver que lleva a una lagartija.
And then his last photo is a sky island or a neotropical bird, not too far north. Their range is pretty much limited towards southern Arizona and further south into Mexico. This is a black hawk. Really beautiful shot of it flying out over water.
En la tercera imagen se muestra una aguililla aura sobre el agua.
All right. This is the tough one for me. I can't decide which one I like best. Wow. Okay.
It's coming in.
Yeah, the results are in. It's number B. I keep saying number. It's letter B. The red-tailed hawk with the lizard as prey flying off. It's a great shot.
Sí, el ganador es la foto B de la aguililla cola roja.
True love. It's kind of subjective category, but you'll see some good photos.
La siguiente categoría es amor verdadero.
Here we see motherly love.
Yeah, could be. So this is MIDI. Your camera always has such fun ground squirrel interaction, either different species chasing each other or just like awesome shot of these two round-tailed ground squirrels interacting. We thought it was
Not
a great,
actually kissing, but we can
Yeah.
anthropomorphize a little bit.
right.
En la primera imagen se muestran dos ardillas con la redonda, pues besándose muy tiernamente.
Next one, these two mule deer. We have a doe and a buck sharing a drink. Around it.
En la segunda foto se muestran a dos venados bura
Mhm.
bebiendo agua.
And we're back to the cascabel or the rattlesnake, and this is their mating dance. They court and display, and they dance and they get up really high. It's pretty remarkable to see in person, but this is another great shot of them dancing.
Y en la tercera imagen fue una de mis favoritas, creo, todo el año, porque nunca pensé ver a dos cascabeles así como danzando.
Mhm.
So we have the kiss, we have the romantic dinner, we have the dance. Who win? Oh. Gotta need a tiebreaker.
And while the votes are coming in, James corrected me, and that's actually male combat. It's not a mating dance.
Oh.
I was
Well,
incorrect.
That's
So
good
it's
to know.
maybe not the appropriate category, but
That's also
It's
important thing that
well, it's two males doing their dominance dance.
Right.
Yeah.
it's also important to highlight how us as humans can anthropomorphize behaviors are not nearly like they're not what they're actually doing. Like
right.
I think are just like communicating and smelling. They're not actually kissing. And then
Absolutely.
remember that these animals are animals, they're not people.
And with that, the winner is of the fighting, dancing, male dominance displaying rattlesnakes, Western Diamondbacks. So that is the winner for this category.
Love is war.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah. This is another fun category of just kind of capturing moments of what we take to be silliness.
It's another thing where that deer is not actually laughing, it's probably just chewing, but it's making a funny face. So.
Sí, la siguiente categoría es imágenes graciosas, captaciones graciosas.
This photo, I want to point out that that water bowl is frozen solid. That poor coyote is trying to get a drink. Hope it isn't stuck.
En la primera imagen está un coyote intentando beber agua, pero el hielo no lo deja.
Might be doing that again tonight.
Yeah, it's gold.
This one from Melissa. Just the framing and the shot of this mule deer looking. It's just so I don't know.
En la segunda imagen está un venado bura.
Battle of here, two round-tailed ground squirrels. Probably played, but my back hurts looking at that.
Yeah.
En la tercera imagen están las ardillas con la redonda. Primero se besaron y ahora peleándose.
Mhm. Oh, it's a close one. It's a close race. Oh, we've got one pulling ahead, and another couple votes.
Many more? Last call?
No.
All right, that was close. But hey, that coyote. You'll probably be doing that again tonight and this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, next category, mighty mouthful. Often we see predation and things in the mouths of animals. They're not always good though.
Yeah, in fact, this is a coyote that came by one of our border wildlife study cameras, and actually, I don't know if he broke it off or he carried away a piece of the strap that was holding the camera. You can see that that is sort of the extra length of strap tied in a knot, and the coyote has it.
And I couldn't figure out what it was until I posted it to our teams, and Aim was like, "That's the camera strap."
En la siguiente categoría es boca poderosa y bueno, aquí se muestra un coyote que se robó, se llevó a un cincho de una cámara trampa.
All right, so this first one is a gray fox, a rare daytime photo of a gray fox. I see him at night, but has some sort of snake in its mouth. Doesn't look like a rattlesnake.
En la primera imagen se muestra una zorrita gris y lleva una serpiente muy grande en su boca.
Next one's a bobcat with a Harris antelope squirrel. Eat dinner.
En la segunda imagen se muestra un gato montés que lleva una ardilla antílope y mirando a la cámara.
And this last one is a coyote with a carpet. I hope it isn't going to eat it.
Wow.
En la tercera fotografía está un coyote que lleva un pedazo de alfombra. La comodidad ante todo.
Like we often see coyotes with not food items in their mouth. Like we'll see jugs or trash that's been left around. They'll just carry it off. Who knows what reason.
All right, that's the favorite. Oh. All right. No ambiguity there. The gray fox is the quick winner on that one. That's a really, really fun shot. Megan, how long has that camera been in place in Finley Adams?
Yeah, this camera was set up by Sky and Alliance back in 2012. Longer than that.
Wow.
It's been over 10 years that this camera's been running, and I've adopted it in 2019 and been monitoring it since then. But there's been a string of volunteers keeping that camera up and running, and it's fascinating to see that trend over time.
Yeah, for more than a decade. That's remarkable. All right, a couple more categories.
That one's a fancy addition. So this is kind of the best of the, not best of the best, but like a lot of these photos are taken just as the animals passing by. It's not knowing it's being photographed random times a day, but often there are beautiful pictures. So it's kind of the best of the best composition. So it's looking at lighting or scenic stuff. And I want to highlight this pronghorn we got. This is from our border wildlife study. I just love this photo.
En la siguiente categoría es mejor composición o mejor fotografía.
I believe this is our last voting category.
I
So
think so.
first one, white-nosed coati, showing off its plastic tail, water, and I love the beautiful, like warm lighting in this picture.
Yeah.
En la primera imagen se muestra un cuatí pasando por un manantial.
Really cool one, white-tailed deer amongst the butterflies, all little orange and yellow are butterflies.
Yeah, they don't show up at first, but if your eyes kind of figure out where they are, the air is just full of butterflies, and then yeah, it's just a great shot. Really beautiful.
Sí. La segunda imagen se muestra un venado cola blanca y muchas mariposas en el aire.
Finally, a nice grayscale bobcat looking up on a drink.
Y por último, en la tercera imagen está un gato montés, muy cómodo.
It was really hard to pick just
Oh yeah.
of these. There are so many beautiful photos that everyone submitted. So.
Oh wow, it is neck and neck. One vote is gonna break this.
Is there one more person?
We have one vote missing. We'll give it another little while. This is really close.
All right.
All right, I think yeah. It is the white-nosed coati. That is a really, really beautiful shot. But it was neck and neck. One vote off from the white-tailed deer. The photo B was a really close second there.
La imagen ganadora fue la del cuatí, la imagen de ángel.
It's a classic symbol of like the Sky Islands too, the coati.
Yeah.
All right. And that concludes our voting, live voting. Thank you so much, everybody. And I just wanted to wrap up on our map of all of our submissions so far since the start of the project. Every one of these dots is a location where a survey has been submitted. So.
Yeah, and as we mentioned at the beginning, with some of those sort of special categories awarding the most northerly and the furthest or the most southerly photo, those points in the extreme north and south of the image here do represent more or less the latitudinal range of the Sky Islands, and we think that's really great. But really thanks to all of you for being really fantastic participants and partners with FotoFauna. Over 2,000 checklists. That's just an incredible wealth of information on the distribution, the occurrence of species, and how that changes through the seasons and through the years. And we really hope to expand FotoFauna into the coming years and keep this going for a while. It's a fascinating resource for us, and it's also just such a great opportunity to connect with the wildlife in your backyards, to find those deer on the stairs unexpectedly at night, or to see those fun behaviors. So thanks to everyone who submits the main photos, and also those who take the time to submit extra photos and all those great commentary. Such a wealth of information. Narca, you always have such great information about the timing and the seasonality of species on your property. Melissa, with all of your extra photos, but really everyone has just fantastic photos, and we enjoy it for a lot of reasons. One, for all the great data, and also for the joy of just watching and seeing wildlife that we all love here in the Sky Islands.
And one note, you're allowed to submit outside of the Sky Island region. If
Yes.
you have a relative in Phoenix or in New Mexico, have them submit. You need that comparison is invaluable of what species are not there.
Okay. Could I ask you something?
Mhm.
Down in the southern cluster of cameras, would that be on the Jaguar Reserve? North of Sawaripa?
North of Sawaripa. They're from a collection of photos and cameras on ranches near Moctezuma, actually. Miguel, los puntos que viene más o menos cerca de la palabra Sonora son cámaras que tienes tú, ¿no? En el rancho.
Las de Moctezuma,
Ajá.
sí, son mías y también de voluntarios que participan por parte de la universidad. Pero sí, principalmente son de Moctezuma.
So there are a lot, yeah. They're
I
from
thought that was involved with the Jaguar Reserve. Is it along the Rio Aros or?
¿Y sabes
Anyway.
el nombre del río, Miguel, que pasa por ahí?
Aros,
El río Moctezuma, no, el Aros está más lejos.
Okay.
Autos is a little far away, but yeah, that's from a collection of cameras that are on ranches near the town of Moctezuma, which is where Unisierra, the Universidad de la Sierra.
Okay,
Miguel has some cameras on ranches there, but also there's a biology club at the university that maintains cameras and participates in FotoFauna. So that's kind of where that cluster of cameras is coming in from.
great, thanks.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I also want to thank Wilberforce Foundation, the Carroll Patriot Foundation, and the National Park Service for making FotoFauna possible and how you're here today.
Yeah, and we'll follow up with the winners of the individual categories and coordinate with getting you your prizes, all that you've won. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Y gracias a todos por participar en FotoFauna y pues hacer posible este proyecto. Y me da gusto verlos un poco, porque siempre estoy viendo sus fotografías y pienso en que son muy buenas fotos.
Miguel adds that it's great. He's really appreciative to actually see and meet you, even if it's through Zoom. He spends so much time looking at checklists and all the photos you submit, and he brings him joy to see you folks in through virtual, but almost in person.
Thanks. Okay. Hasta luego.
All right. Yeah, hasta
Have a good
luego. Any
night,
parting
everyone.
thoughts? Yeah, thanks so much. Enjoy your night. Stay warm, and more to come. Yeah.
Yes.
Adios.
Sounds good.
Adios. Ciao.
Adios.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.